hope everyone is doing well. And so today I have a very special guest, and I'm really excited to welcome back Susan McGuire from Maison de Woof, who is a very given person, beyond talented, that's for sure, because we keep seeing some of her beautiful pieces of art for mommy and me, but also with a really big heart. And I don't know if you had the opportunity to look at our magazine, but definitely the Kentucky event, which is going to be happening on May 7th. It's almost here around the corner. And I'm very excited to welcome you today, Susan. Welcome back to Petpix show. And I'm looking... Oh, no, thank you so much for being with me today here and with our listeners and the people who are watching us. So let's assume that people didn't watch our video. Let's assume people didn't check the magazine. Can you tell us with a couple of words about you and how the inspiration about creating the Kentucky Derby event on May 7th came up with?
So we've always loved the Kentucky Derby. I mean, it's just fun to watch, but it's fun to get together and watch the most exciting 2 minutes in sports. But it's also great to dress up, to have a beautiful mint julep, and it's a wonderful social time. So we've been doing it for many, many years, but then we decided, hey, let's get together and actually get together for a cause, meaning let's get together with friends, let's raise some money while we're having fun at the same time. And, you know, of course, there's hats involved, so I have to be there. So, this is our second time doing a Kentucky Derby event, and we're doing it live, but virtually. So, you know, hey, you can be anywhere and join us for this great event. So virtually join us. You can join us live in New York, and we're going to dress up. We're going to do some wonderful raffles, and from the raffles and the tickets, all of that is going to be going towards Yorkie911, which is a local rescue from Long Island. So they rescue Yorkies and other small dogs. So we're very excited about that, and we have some great raffle items that we'll be doing that you won't want to miss. So even virtually, you can participate in that. But, you know, come join us for this fun opportunity to wear your fascinator, so bring out your best and give back to a great organization.
I love it. I love it. And I know that a lot of people also did enjoy the article you wrote for the magazine, because the article turned out really fantastic. And I also love the fact that you kind of, you know, share with us a lot of, you know, great things and the history, how everything started. And I would definitely say to people that definitely virtual, it's a really wonderful way to join. So imagine this, friends. Imagine that on May 7th, when exactly one day before Mother's Day, and as we know, being 4 moms, we celebrate Mother's Day, right? And imagine, you know, being having a wonderful reason to get dressed, you know, and to celebrate with your loved ones and with your fur babies. But on top of it, to give to a rescue. And we also did an interview and highlighted, you know, Yorkie911. They have been, you know, a lot of people know them. I interviewed them before in different occasions, and they're such a special and fantastic organization. And just imagine that. I just really think it's so cool to be able to combine, and hi to everyone who is watching us live or listen this as a podcast, to combine fashion, to combine, you know, tradition, and to being able to give back. This is just, to me, the best. I mean, the best of the world combined in one.
Absolutely.
It's special. And so, as we know, you know, people can get physical tickets, but I would definitely today would say and encourage people to consider virtually. And so as being Petpix, I don't know how you feel, Susan, but a lot of times what happens is people would say, oh, Vasi, I never use Zoom. How this is going to work? Why virtual? And imagine, friends, being with bottom pajama at home, snugly with your baby, and, you know, kind of dressed up And of course, if any of you have any, technical questions, I'm here for you to answer them. You can DM me, and, you can find me under Vasi Seidman on Facebook and Instagram under Petpix Academy. And I will give you, any recommendation. But the idea is that if you don't have Zoom, simply you can create a free account. We are going to send you, you're going to get the tickets, and then we will send you a link to Zoom. So this way you can participate. And just, if you'd like, you can turn off your camera. If you'd like, you can turn on your camera. But it's just, as we know from all the events Petpix virtually has done, and one of them, the huge success was Pop Fashion Week. We are not here to talk about Pop Fashion Week, but I'm here to remind you that virtual events can be a lot of fun. What do you think, Susan?
I think they're great fun. And, it's an opportunity that, hey, you can either have your camera on or not. But I'm encouraging everybody, hey, put on your fascinator. It's supposed to be a bit about fashion, and, dress up with your fur baby, and, participate in one of the contests. So if you want to do that, great. You can still do that virtually. If you don't want to participate in the contest, you can watch the contest. There'll be some great things to see. So even if you don't want to participate, turn off your camera, watch it. It will be a blast. And even just watching the exciting raffle. We're also going to be watching the Derby. So you're basically, you're having a party in your own house where you get to watch that exciting 2 minutes and see who's going to win. So there'll be tons of entertainment. There'll be live sales of items from myself, from other people that you won't want to miss, and they're items that will only be at the May 7th event. I won't put it on any of my shops. I won't have it on any of my group pages. You have to come to the event to see it, and it will be exciting.
For sure. I mean, you're so talented, and all of your pieces are like, and you, as we can see, the one you're wearing right now, it's, and, and the one you're showing, it's so special. And
thank you.
Yeah, I just love your stuff. I'm like, sometimes, and the beauty of it, people with friends, if you don't know, but Susan also, she does for babies and mommies, and as we know in the pet industry, I interviewed so many people from all around the world. This is very rare. Sometimes designer may say, forget Vasi, I'm not doing anything for you. I just do for Forlex babies. And it's so refreshing to see that very talented designers like you, who have been in this field for such a long time and make so much impact, honor the mommies and can make us look our best. And yes, I am excited, because we know that, people will be able actually to get some stuff in a really great deal. As we know, Mother's Day will be exactly the day after. So I always see it as a win-win situation, in a way where people would, they can treat themselves, to have fun. I also see it, like I talked about it the last time you and I, we did live. It's a great opportunity for friends to hang out together. I'm imagine, let's say 5, 6 girls, especially as we know, a lot of our friends live in different places in US or abroad. And that's why the time, it's really fantastic, because it doesn't matter, do you live in California, do you live in UK, it's still reasonable time when we're starting, because we'll start about 3, 4 p.m., depending if it's the physical or virtual event, and we'll continue around until 7 and change, correct?
Right,
and this is Easter time.
Yeah, the Derby is actually, the grand race is at 7 o'clock. So after the grand race, then we'll see who the winner is, celebrate, and be done probably by 7:30. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. So 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, this is 4:30 p.m. Pacific time, so which is really great. And then UK, it's going to be like around 11 there, but it's so much fun. Yeah,
it's Saturday night. So, if it's a little bit later, then it's okay. Yeah.
Who cares? That's what I would say. Let's have fun and enjoy, because this is one of these things. It's like, we go to physical events, or some of you might be a little concerned with everything happening, so which are, completely understandable. And then imagine being able to see your friend from, let's say, from California, from New York, Long Island, from Florida, and all around the world, and being at the same place virtually, having fun, meeting new vendors, meeting new friends, and knowing that. And I'm also, by the way, very impressed that knowing not only that you give back, but you have fun, and then the pricing, 100% of the income will go to Yorkie911. So for those of you who may not know, but sometimes even $10 can make a difference. That's what it is, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So even if, hey, you forget, please, buy a ticket because it's going to go to the rescue. So this isn't a for-profit event. This is a benefit event. So think of the rescue. So $10 is very reasonable for getting together with friends and having fun, and that makes a difference to them.
Exactly. I would also tell people that by the way might be a good gift for your friends if you're wondering what to get them for Mother's Day or your loved ones. Here it is, friends. And I always joke because I'm a coffee drinker, and by the way, I would say, cheers to everyone. But it's that's the price of 2 Starbucks coffees. So imagine that for 2 coffees, you're going to have fun and help a rescue. Wouldn't that amazing?
Absolutely.
So friends, let's make a difference together. That's what it is. And by the way, I just wanted to take a chance and showcase to some people the new magazine, because as we know, you were so generous to write the article, and a lot of people are wondering what exactly it's a Petpix magazine, and why should I read it? And by the way, hi, so nice to see you, Christy. Hi there. Well, first of all, I just want to say the magazine was inspired by all of you. And the first one we had where Susan was highlighted as a designer was launched in March. And then everyone asked Basi when it's April. So everyone worked so hard that we launched 100 pages. And that was a lot of work. I worked till 6 in the morning on Easter because I said, well, I have to launch it. People need to have fun. And I was so grateful when you wrote the article. And you just, and then Yorkie911 also wrote an article. And so, friends, when you go to Petpix Academy website, which is here, I just want to give you a little tutorial. By the way, we are now blue platform. We used to be pink, now we are blue. And so when you go here to Hybrid Magazine, you go to the Hybrid Magazine. But there it's one thing I just want to say that if you enter, you have a chance to win. And we're also going to have a virtual get together on May 5th, where you're going to experience very little part of what you can get participating in Kentucky event. And then when you go, you can read it, and you're going to see a lot of fantastic and, different pages. Again, it's really, and this magazine, it's meant for you to read it for days. So don't get overwhelmed. But with that said, here, it's our page, which, you were so nice to, to write for us. And here, that's the hybrid part where you can actually see, how much fun it is, and the video. And here on the bottom, you can actually watch Susan and I live, which we did last week on Thursday. So it's really, very, very educational. And then let me just see here. I actually wanted to find, and this is the article for Yorkie911 Rescue. And those are the babies, some of the babies. I would say you're most likely going to help. And you can read, you can see that from 2010, Yorkie911 has been making impact in the world and helping. And we actually, I think we have one more page here. So there are 2 pages. So you can learn a little more for the organization. And I can tell you that this organization has been helping a lot of our babies. And that's why all of us, we are very, very passionate, to support them. And that's why we are, again, you have to understand, all of us, we volunteer our time. Susan is volunteering her time. Susan is creating those beautiful pieces of art, again, from the bottom of her heart. And we also would like to encourage, if you are a business, if you are a brand, and you would like to donate, please DM either Susan or myself, or also Stacy, and we are going to, definitely back you up with Petpix, with advertising, and just really help you, bring more awareness to your business. But just know that together we can make a difference. And here on the bottom, you can see Yorkie911 Rescue. You can see the Instagram account, and they of course have Twitter and etc. So just kind of make sure you check it out, because definitely. And then if you're wondering how you can participate, it's just very easy. We already added the link to where you can go and get your ticket, and $10 for virtual. I don't know, $10. Honestly, nowadays it's, even if you go for groceries, it's pretty much in the yogurt and maybe some milk. And here it is,
And if you decide to come to the live event, buy tickets now, because we are going to have the price of the tickets go up. So if you don't buy them now, then you're going to be seeing an increase in the price by Sunday. So please go in there, buy tickets sooner rather than later. And I do also want to highlight and thank you, Vazi, for mentioning that you'll give the advertisement to the people who donate, and there are really great people. So I want to thank Susan Chapman for donating.
Yes, thank you, Susan.
Thank you so much. It's a great book, so it was wonderful, and certainly we're going to be highlighting it and doing some of that. Lily Pope gave us some shades that are fabulous. So if you have something that you would like to donate, please, it's all going to go to the rescue. So it's going towards a great cause. And we thank all those who have already donated.
Yes. Thank you, friends. Thank you. And some people may say, but what Petpix can help us? Why if you donate? I can tell you, friends, Petpix currently it's a global platform. So if you think, I would say, get ready to get super busy. And for some of you who may say, because I get the other corner, Vasi, I'm so busy, I cannot handle anymore. I would say, friends, there it's always a solution of this wonderful problem to have. But just know that you are not just giving away your stuff. If you're a business, you are helping fur babies. And the beauty of it, that you can donate even a little item. And for some of you also, that's actually a great point I want to remind to people. It's that you are not able to participate at the event, but you can donate. Right, Susan? So you don't need to, of course, we encourage you. We would love to meet you or just to continue hanging out with our friends virtually. Sure. But also, if you like, you can donate.
Right. So you can go onto the Yorkie911 website, and they have a number of different ways that you could actually donate to them. You can either donate directly to them, which we encourage that, or even donate via ways that you shop. So if you have an item that you want to sell, they have an eBay set up that you can sell your item, and the profits from that item go to Yorkie911. If you shop Amazon, then you can add them to the Smiles program, and so they'll get a donation from your Amazon shopping. So, we encourage you to go onto the website and check out how you can really help them past this event, not just this event. This event isn't going to sustain them. Volunteers sustain them, foster homes sustain them, and you continue donations to them to support them. So please go to their website.
Exactly. Go to their website, friends. And also another reminder, if you are a pet parent and you may have something you won or maybe you got, and let's say it's a little bigger for your fur baby, that's also wonderful. As long as it's in a good condition, never was used, you can still donate those items. Correct, Susan?
Absolutely.
So be creative. I mean, I have seen people were buying, like they'd say, let's say they will buy a kit for kids, you know, with some animals. I have seen people, you know, donating, like, let's say you have a vase, or maybe you have a leash, or maybe you have a bottle for water. You know, you'll be surprised, instead of donating those items to Goodwill, or, you know, Breast Cancer Society, let's make a pack here in, you know, our live, or those of you who are watching it or listening it. Let's make a pack and just invest the next 2.5, 3 weeks of whatever we can spare. And sometimes it can be $5. You know, we don't need, it can be $1. We don't need anything big. Again, nothing is coming to me, nothing is going to Susan. Everything 100% will go to Rescue 911. We are very transparent. We are donating our time because we believe that together we can help the babies. And it's the saddest thing when you read, and there are so many, I don't even like to talk about it, but there are so many Q shelters. And when you read, let's adopt this, find a home for this baby, otherwise it's not going to be with us in 24 hours. And, you know, I try to keep Petpix very positive and avoid, but this, unfortunately, it's life. And that's where all of us, we step in place as much as you can, friends. And some of you, like, you may create little things, right? I don't know. Or maybe you have a piece of jewelry you never wore, you know, I don't know. Or maybe you have a jacket, let's say size M, medium, all right? So we would accept anything and everything. And please, I would encourage you from the bottom of my heart, just share this video or this podcast with the people you know. And even if you are not in a position to help, because we know life, it's interesting sometimes, there might be other people who may say, oh, I would like to go to this fun party. You know, I don't have any plans for May 7th, and I want to have fun and get dressed my best. So think, friends, about the people around us and the fur babies, of course.
That's right.
You're going to say, Vasi, you talk too much, I guess. Vasi, too talkative, man. I guess that's what happens when you drink your cup of coffee. You have a lot of energy, but I feel very passionate. It's so funny. I'm going back before I created Petpix. I always was trying to find a way to help rescue, and I was helping about 40 rescues locally. But I said there should be a way, and a year, like the people know me in my area because whatever they want, I always give it. But then I said there should be a way how I can help more poor babies around the world. And here it is, you know, a few years later, you know, knowing that each of you, whoever is staying currently at home, in the office, the grocery store, in the car, and checking your phone or listening to the podcast eventually, you know that you have been born not only to do what you do, but you can do something much bigger and greater and help these little, you know, devastated fur babies who are in a very bad position. And combine fashion and charity and give back, it's so precious. So, you know, I'm done for today, but I'm sure you feel the same way. Obviously, you're working so hard, and just everyone who donated. But I really hope that, I know everyone in our communities, yours and mine, and whoever is watching this, is very generous. But this is my call to each of you, to open your hearts and to just think creative and look at your home and see, well, I can donate this item. Let me ship it to Susan or eventually to the winner. And just know that together we are stronger. That's the only thing I can ask for, you know, and strive for, is just that together we can make a difference. And it's so inspirational. It's very like uplifting.
That's right. You know, when we think about, you know, let's think about outside of ourselves. Let's think about the little fur babies, and let's really, you know, it's a fun event, but ultimately, you know, the whole idea is helping Yorkie911, who it's a small organization of volunteers. So it's a wonderful group, and this will give back to them. So, you know, look around yourself and see what you can do, and we appreciate it. So we look forward to you joining us virtually, because anybody can join us. And if you want to come live, we would love that. but please keep in mind, you need to buy tickets now. Don't wait. I know everybody waits to the last minute to do things, but doing live events, we do need to plan in advance. So, please go there and, go to the site, buy tickets, commit.
Yeah, exactly. Again, I added the link to Facebook, people. For Instagram, I will add this link to our link tree. And for those of you who are listening this as a podcast, the information will be below in the description of the podcast. And that's it. It's until the end of the week, which, by the way, I don't know what date it is. I think it's, but until Sunday of this week, the rate is still only $10 to participate virtually. Then the price will go up again. 100% goes to the rescue. Everything will go. And if you're a parent who wants to donate, go to 911. Rescue Yorkie911, and just on their website you can donate. Or if you are a pet business owner and you would like to donate an item, please reach out to me or Susan. Susan, where people can find you?
So you can find me on Facebook at Maison de Woof and MdW Design. You can find me on Instagram, and my Instagram account, I just posted my last link, actually had a QR code that you can just scan with your phone, and it takes you directly to where you can buy tickets. So go to Maison de Woof on Instagram or maisondewoof.com.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for being with me today. Thank you so much for donating your time and really working so hard, because again, I'm big on reminding people that whatever we do, it's our love and time and effort. But for babies, it's worth it. So let's make the best of it. Please share with your friends. Enjoy your day. And I cannot wait to see you, friends, on May 7th, because this again will be supported by Petpix. So you're going to have a lot of fun with your virtual friends. And again, I would encourage you to check Petpix Academy, a hybrid magazine, so you can read a little more about the event and also get to know a little more, Yorkie911 Rescue Organization. So thank you, Susan. Have an amazing day, my friend, and see you soon.
Thank you, Bazi.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye. See you soon.